Hello, Internet! Welcome to Your Mom's Theories. This is the show where we slide into theories just like I do in your mother's DMs. Let me introduce myself. I'm Edward Daniel, a YouTuber known for skits. I collaborated with a friend on developing this idea, which adds a unique perspective to our content creation process. Although I'm young, we've prepared something special for you today. However, I must clarify that this is not an assault on the Theories channel's new producers. These people are nice. We're paying tribute to Matt Pat's contributions to the YouTube community and showing appreciation for his impact on creators like us. We want to do this to respect him, not to reject him in any way. We hope that one day he watches these films. It will make my friend and me very happy. Without further delay, let's delve into the theory. Okay, so have you ever seen Villager News 3? If you haven't seen it, the video is about a villager who is accused of kidnapping other villagers. However, he insists, he just wanted to make some toast. We can all agree that the villagers in the video aren't particularly bright, but we have a plan to prove that this guy is the kidnapper everyone believes he is. After reviewing this brief 3-minute video, we discovered several elements that could guide us in the correct direction of giving this man the criminal status that everyone believes he deserves. Let us now proceed to examine the crime scene. First and foremost, the villager's house lacks a toaster. This means that toast is impossible to make. This omission of a toaster plays a vital role in unraveling the villager's deception when he falsely claims to be making toast. This guy thought he had done something here. I understand. This is an animation. Therefore it does not have to be correct. However, it would have been more appropriate to have a toaster in the house for added realism. Pay attention to how he holds this knife. That's correct, he's holding it in a position where he could stab. From the way he's holding the knife, he's not taking the necessary care to keep it safe to hold. His deliberate stance with the knife suggests a malevolent intent, indicating a premeditated plan to harm someone. How else would he not have hostages, if he didn't intend to knife them, if they didn't obey his rules? So, there's this scene that really caught my attention where the cop says, "Put down the knife." But, the villager tries to back up his claim saying he just wanted to make toast even though he never actually puts down the knife and is still holding it in a way that could totally be used as a weapon. This kind of behavior, honestly, goes against the law and, well, it definitely raises suspicions all over the village. The Minecraft residents are starting to get pretty concerned. Now this villager could totally be considered a skilled manipulator. He lies about his standing, and, a lot of people believe him just because they're, well, not the brightest, but let's not get into that right now. He deceives them just to get them to agree with him. However, because they aren't particularly bright, they agree with him and enter his home, as was the kidnapper's plan all along. I'm not sure how he'll do it, but if he can persuade the mayor to be a hostage, he can come up with a plan. In another scene, which I have not shown this time, the officer asks him if he has any requests and he replies he does not, but then later says, "All I want is to make toast," which constitutes a demand. I suppose you could say he was trying hard to avoid the carbs. I know that was terrible. I'm sure we've all wondered, why is he using a knife in general? It's to kill, of course, but he's not very adept at concealing the fact that he's a criminal. The knife can only be used to cut the bread on the table, which is fairly inconsequential if you ask me. In this scenario, the knife serves no purpose as there are no accompanying items to use it with. There's no butter, no jelly, and nothing to spread on the bread, therefore the knife is, well, useless. It's rather impressive how dumb smart this crook is. Later in the film we can see that his intentions to claim he's attempting to make toast are failing because no one believes his small lie that he was only trying to make toast, which has been damaged. As you can see in this shot of the interview, which is only one of several, he becomes aggressive, becoming upset with the interviewer because he realizes his plan isn't working. He's now furious at the abrupt understanding. During the scene where the cop tells him to drop the knife, he does not appear surprised, and when the cop mentions the hostages, he does not look concerned, confused, or bewildered, hinting towards this either being him not surprised at the fact that his hostage was being held captive, or he was expecting this and it was all planned out. Better acting than Hollywood. This guy over here needs an Oscar for his efforts. So this guy lies yet again. At one point, the cops mention that he has 2 hostages. But the kidnapper, he's totally unaware of this, saying, "That doesn't even make any sense." The so-called hostage actually points out the news on TV, while everyone is being told that a crazed lunatic has taken 2 hostages. After watching the news, the kidnapper claims that he and the prisoner are the 2 hostages. This is honestly perplexing, because he didn't even question the sense of the police statement earlier. And that's the point, he's lying again. This guy just can't think straight. During one of the moments mentioned above, you can see him still holding the knife and preparing to stab someone while speaking in an angry tone, which honestly can trigger red flags right away. I mean, it already did, especially by spreading suspicions about him being a kidnapper around the community, implying that he had already created a frightening atmosphere among the residents. The interviewer said, "He's threatening me because he felt frightened in that situation based on the tone and position of the knife the guy was carrying." Everyone eventually enters the household. At this point, the kidnapper announces, "Now you're all hostages." This is an enormous red flag. He admits to kidnapping hostages in his own home. Admitting hostages in this manner will not only land you in significant trouble, but it will also result in thorough disclosure. However, these villagers are stupid, so I digress. With more people, including the interviewer and all the cops, entering his home, he becomes less aggressive and angry, indicating that his plan is succeeding. The film emphasizes the locals' lack of a toaster, rendering toast impossible to prepare. The village's crook lies about his intentions, raising suspicions among the community. He utilizes a knife in a position where it may be used as a weapon, creating questions about his status. The villagers agree with him, sparking a plot to kidnap the mayor. The crook's plan to make toast fails, and he becomes hostile and enraged. The kidnapper admits to taking hostages in his own home, creating a terrifying atmosphere in the town. As more people enter his home, he gets less violent and angry, indicating that his plan is working. The villagers may lack awareness, and the suspect's actions raise concerns within the community. Well, that's it for today, and as always. But hey, that's just a theory. Your mom's theory. Thanks for watching, and rest in peace, Matt Pat. Take care.